Okay, hello, my name's David Holden again, naturopath, nutritional biochemist. I've had over 30 years experience with patients in New Zealand and Australia, and wanted to talk again about detoxification, how important it is. So I spoke in a previous clip just before about the different organs we're trying to detox: the bowel, the kidneys, the liver, the skin, the lungs, and the lymphatics. What are we trying to detox? We're trying to detox xenobiotics, endocrine disruptors, environmental pollutants, pesticides, insecticides, heavy metals, radiation, EMF. We can do an electronic detox, petrol, diesel fumes, household and industrial chemicals. There's literally millions, in fact, billions of them in our environment, and we're being exposed to those on a daily basis, particularly if you live in a larger city or you're involved in the agricultural or horticultural industries. There's certain occupations that are much higher risk of being toxified by these chemicals: building, construction, medicine, chemicals are used in medicine, hairdressing, and anything where chemicals are being used in a process in industrial manufacturing or processing in a factory. And a lot of people are exposed to these, but the main occupations we've found that are very, very high in some of these chemicals is hairdressing and building and industrial production. Those are the key ones. So the other area of pollution and detoxification that's not looked at is parasitism. I've done a lot of work with cancer patients over many, many years and found that every cancer patient we see is loaded with parasites, whether they be viruses, bacteria, protozoan, fungi, spirochetes, worms. Many of parasites are known to cause cancer. HPV virus, for instance, is a known carcinogen. The Epstein-Barr virus is a known carcinogen. There are many of them. Philopscus busci parasite is a known carcinogen, which is a parasite that lives in the human liver. So yeah, there's many of these. Now, we use a technology, or my colleague, Marianne Stobie, uses a technology called a QXCI scanner. And that's a really, really cool device. It was developed and invented by the Germans in the 60s and 70s. Then the Russians improved the technology in the 80s. The Americans computerized it in the 90s. And then a Global Alliance bought the technology and massively updated the information in it. What it effectively does is we know what the molecular resonant frequency, or the MRF, of any substance, any bacteria, virus, living organism, or chemical, solvent, carcinogen has a frequency. It's the resonant frequency of its molecules. And we've known those since the 1960s. They've been digitized to 4 decimal places of accuracy in the 1980s. This data is stored in this equipment. You're connected to the machine with a headband, 2 wristbands, and 2 ankle bands. And the machine scans you for these MRFs. And when it gets them, it double checks them to make sure it hasn't made a mistake, and then grades them from 0 to 300. So 0 to 100 is totally normal. We're not worried about those. That's within normal ranges. 100 to 150 is like a log on the camel's back of the immune system. 150 to 200 is like a concrete slab. Anything above 200 is a major medical pathology, like a cancer or a very, very serious medical diagnosed illness. So the logs and slabs, the higher levels of toxins in the environment that you've absorbed into your body, is what we want to find out what they are. We can get rid of those using a phenolic homeopathy, specific herbal medicine, and specific nutraceuticals, particularly some of the Metagenics Detox Express and Thermophase Detox powders that are used to detoxify the internal environment orally. We also use saunas, colonic irrigation, acupuncture, massage. There's a whole range of other techniques we can use to get these chemicals and toxins out. What I'm saying here is getting this QXCI test done is crucial. If you've been diagnosed with a serious medical illness, or you have a closely related family member that has, or you've worked in an occupation that's exposed you, or you've been exposed in very polluted cities like in Asia or Europe for periods of time, where you know you've been exposed to airborne food and water pollutants, you need to be tested on this machine. It'll also pick up radiation effects, electromagnetic fields, ionizing and non-ionizing radiation as well. So there are remedies for all of these things. The key is using scientific method. We measure and know they're at a certain level. We can detox and see how the levels dropped to make sure that we've gotten rid of what we wanted to get rid of in the first place. So it's a much more scientific approach to cleansing and detoxifying the body. So we use a wide range of products, and if you haven't seen my other video clip, I'm offering a free copy of this booklet, which is quite detailed on how to detox, just by contacting me by email on info at hhc.nz. Send us an email, no obligation at all. I'll send you an email back with a PDF of this document. It's quite a few pages, actually. It's 23 pages, and it's got a lot of information in it on chemicals in the home and how to get rid of them, particular foods to eat to improve detoxification, and little diagrams on some of the pathways that we're trying to stimulate when we detox. It's a really good, useful little read. It's got some really good stuff in it. So, yeah, that's a freebie for you. So any other information you want to know about personalized detox, by all means, send me an email. I'll be happy to dialogue with you, or you can contact me directly at the center. Go on our website, holdenhealthcare.com, or speak to me on info at hhc.nz. Hope that's been helpful. Look forward to your questions. Look forward to sending out some of these to people who are interested. And I'll be doing more on immunity and wellness and other topics as well. All the best, stay well and warm. Bye for now.